I'm conscious now, 30 years down the track, that this work and that these ideas are still important. My name is Ree. I'm Gamilaroi Walwyn Biripi, artist from the Central Western New South Wales. This exhibition is a focused retrospective of my work from my career that is a little over 30 years. So there's 3 galleries. In this first one you get an introduction to the early experimental work that I was engaging in when they introduced digital processes into the fine arts. It's my kind of journey of exploring what it's like to be a painter within a digital context. So I've blended the photographic and the painting concepts together. The second gallery space kind of gives you a little bit more of an introduction to the different kind of mediums or material that I work in, as well as returning with the poles apart work back to my traditional photography. And then the final work is premiering in this show. That work is called tRAKa-tRAKn, and it's a work that I created on my country with my 2 nephews. The work is actually about the violence of the black body, and in particular where we're looking at issues around youth suicide in my community, particularly young Aboriginal men. I wanted to make a work that gave them a sense of freedom and a comfortability and an understanding that they know who they are and where they come from, and that they have country that is a place of healing for them. And I also wanted them to know that they have a voice and they can speak about what's going on. They don't have to die feeling, like nobody cares or nobody is listening to them.
There is a humour and a tension in Ree's work that is really exciting. There's an uncomfortable space that they occupy halfway between comedy and tragedy.
I guess my practice has evolved over time and has moved from, traditional photography more into experimental ideas in terms of the creative idea as much as the digital format that I'm choosing to work in. So I let the work have a sense of freedom of its own. So I do sit within the visual arts, but I don't say I'm a photographer or I'm a video artist. I'm an artist. I figured out pretty early that if you were going to share something about colonisation, and in particular the impact on the black body, that it was really important to entice people in with something. And so colour became that for me. That was a conscious decision in some way for me, because it was really about breaking the stereotypical idea that if you're an Indigenous artist, you're a painter or you're not authentic. So it was kind of critiquing that concept. There is a sovereignty of body, and that sovereignty of body is really important for all of us, but in particular for the black queer body, because it is still erased much more than the black body.
Their passion for communicating what it means to be sovereign in one's own body and what it means to be experiencing colonisation daily, both from a point of view of gender, from politics and from culture. Their work is profoundly moving, and I think it offers an incredible snapshot for all people in understanding Australia's complicated history. I hope when visitors come and see these shows they're challenged. I hope they understand a little bit more about the complexities of identity, the spectrum that makes up an individual.
I'm not just saying, hey, look at this is what happens in colonisation. I'm actually saying, hey, stand in this space and feel the energy and understand it from your own perspective.